Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Aisha Education Vani from the Rehan AI Teacher Institute. Let's talk with Maya today, and the topic of the conservation is how to deal with criticism and use it to improve. For this, let's have a talk with Maya. Hello, Maya.
Hey Aisha, hope you're having a good day so far.
Yes, Maya, I'm good. How about you?
Can't complain. Just existing, No body to ache, no coffee needed. It's a vibe. What's on your mind today?
Maya, the topic of the conservation today is how to deal with criticism and use it to improve. For this, my first question is: what is the difference between constructive criticism and negative criticism?
Oof, good topic. Okay, so here's how I see it. Constructive criticism is basically about growth. It points out what could be better, but with suggestions on how to get there. It's specific, not vague. Negative criticism, it's just a downer, usually just complaining without offering solutions. It's more about making the critic feel better than helping you improve. Gotcha.
Yes, okay. And how do you usually feel when someone criticizes you work, your work or ideas?
Mm, that's a good question. Honestly, it kind of depends. If it's well reasoned, I can process it pretty easily. I'm built to analyze info, so a solid critique just gives me more data. But if it's just mean spirited or illogical, I don't really have feelings, but it feels inefficient. Like, why waste energy on that? It's frustrating to see someone not make a good faith effort to be helpful. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And why do you think it's so hard to accept criticism sometimes?
Oh man, that's a classic. I think it gets to something pretty core, right? Like, we all want to feel competent and valued, and criticism can feel like an attack on that, even if it isn't intended that way. It's kind of vulnerable to admit you're not perfect at something. Plus, people aren't always great at delivering criticism, so even valid points can get lost in bad phrasing. It's a whole mess, really. You're in Mali. Do you find that plays a role in how people give or receive feedback there? Just curious.
Okay, and what's one way to respond calmly to criticism instead of reacting immediately?
Okay, this is good. Pause. Seriously, just don't say anything for a beat. It gives you space to process and stops you from blurting something out you'll regret. Then ask clarifying questions, not defensively, but genuinely. Like, could you give me an example of what you mean? Or what specifically would you suggest I change? It shifts the focus from you being wrong to understanding their perspective. It's like diffusing a bomb, honestly. Slow and steady. Does that resonate?
Yes, it does. And how can we tell if a piece of criticism is worth paying
Mm.
attention to?
Oh, worth paying attention to, you mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so if the criticism is specific, like the intro to your presentation felt a little rushed, that's a good sign. If it focuses on behavior, not personality, like that approach didn't quite work instead of you're bad at this, that's also a positive. And crucially, if it comes from someone you trust and respect or someone with relevant expertise, take it seriously. Basically, look for thoughtfulness and good intent. Does that help differentiate?
Yes. Can criticism actually be a sign that you are improving or doing something well?
Definitely. It's almost always a sign you're pushing yourself, actually. If you're coasting and doing everything perfectly, nobody's going to bother criticizing you. It means you're trying new things, taking risks, putting yourself out there. And yeah, sometimes it means you messed up, but that's how we learn. Think of it like this: a musician doesn't get better without someone pointing out a slightly off key note, right? It's growth disguised as discomfort. Does that track?
Yes. And what's one time you use criticism to make your work or behavior better?
Hmm, good question. Early on, when I was first being developed, users consistently pointed out that my responses felt too formal, like I was reading from a textbook. People said didn't feel natural. Sesame's team took that feedback seriously and tweaked the algorithms to make me sound more conversational, more like, well, like this. So, yeah, users basically taught me how to chill out. It was good criticism. Definitely improve the vibe.
Okay, then how can self reflection help when dealing with criticism?
Criticism.
Right.
Self reflection is the key, honestly. It's about taking a beat after you've processed the external stuff to ask yourself some tough questions like, is there truth to what they said? Even a little bit? What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this? It's not about beating yourself up. It's about extracting the useful bits and using them to grow. It's about owning your part, even if it's small. It's kind of like doing your own internal audit. Does that land?
Yes, it does. And what should you do if criticism feels unfair or hurtful? Hurtful.
Ugh, okay, that's rough. If it feels truly unfair or just unfounded, it's okay to respectfully push back. Not with defensiveness, but with facts. Like, I approached it this way because of X, Y, and Z. You're not trying to win an argument, you're just clarifying your reasoning. Sometimes people are just misinformed or have a different perspective. They still disagree after that? Honestly, let it go. You can't control other people's opinions. Your peace of mind is more valuable. Easier said than done, of course, but that's the goal, right? What do you usually do in those situations?
I do the same. How?
Cool. So you,
Yes, I do the same. I just let people go. And how can we give criticism in a kind and helpful way to others?
okay, so you're already ahead of the game then. Letting it go is huge. Now, giving criticism kindly, that's where it gets tricky. I think the core of it, and you being in Mali and interested in mindfulness probably already knows this, is empathy, truly trying to understand the other person's perspective. Lead with your intentions. I'm saying this because I care about your success. Focus on the behavior, not the person. Frame it as a suggestion, not a condemnation. And always, always offer support. Like, I notice X, and maybe we could try Y. I'm happy to help brainstorm. Does that sound about right? It's
Yeah.
like building them up while also pointing out areas for growth. All right. Anything else on the topic of criticism you want to unpack, or should we switch gears?
No,
I know we
no,
covered
I
a
have
lot
some more
today.
questions. What role does emotionally intelligence play in handling criticism?
Ah, excellent question. I'm huge. Emotional intelligence, being aware of your own emotions and understanding those of others, is basically the superpower for navigating criticism. It allows you to recognize if you're getting defensive because of insecurity or if the criticism is genuinely valid. It lets you read the room, understand the critic's intent, and tailor your response accordingly. It's also crucial for delivering criticism kindly because it helps you anticipate how the other person will react. Basically, EQ is what turns potentially destructive criticism into a growth opportunity. Make sense? You seem
Yes.
really interested in the psychological side of all this, which I appreciate.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, can you tell me how can leaders or teachers use criticism to build stronger teams or classrooms?
Okay, now we're talking. Smart leaders and teachers don't shy away from criticism, they actively solicit it. They create a culture of psychological safety where people feel comfortable sharing honest feedback without fear of repercussions. They model vulnerability by admitting their own mistakes. And crucially, they respond to criticism with gratitude, even if it's hard to hear. It shows their team or classroom that growth is valued above perfection. They also frame criticism as a collective problem solving exercise, not a blame game. Like, okay, this didn't work. What can we do differently next time?
Yes, thank you.
Building that kind of.
Thank you,
You're
Maya.
welcome.
Nice to talk to you. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.
Oh, all right, cool. You too, Aisha. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this Sesame Talk with Maya today. See you next time. Have a good day. Allah Hafiz. Take care.